You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, this season for the Dallas Cowboys was an unmitigated disaster. They started off the season, guys, so terribly. I mean, they got completely wiped out by the Saints. And the Saints, we find out, weren't very good. But the major problem for the Cowboys was actually at home. The Cowboys, folks, were atrocious at home. I'm talking about some embarrassing losses, folks. Embarrassing. But some kind of way, guys, I must admit, they actually won 7 games. It seems like a miracle, man, as bad as they were, that they actually won 7 games. And no doubt about it, guys, the injury bug was a real problem, man. I mean, Dak went down, but honestly, guys, when Dak went down, remember, that's the Cowboys' new huge contract man and quarterback. You're not getting rid of Dak. But the Cowboys were better without Dak. Cooper Rush came in, and Cooper Rush was solid, even though he actually had some bad games, but he's a backup, okay? And I'm pretty sure, man, some team is going to try and get Cooper Rush. But the days of Mike McCarthy, guys, in Dallas are now over. Now, me personally, I believe that he should have been fired a couple of seasons ago. I mean, what happened in the playoffs, man, was inexcusable. When Dak ran that ball against the 49ers, they had no timeouts left. None. And then Dallas tries to grab the ball and place the ball on the line of scrimmage. Can't do that. Only the official can do that. And the game was over. And then in the postseason at home last year, that Green Bay Packers game, that was the worst loss in Cowboys history in the playoffs. Forget about the final score, guys. That game was an annihilation. Green Bay just beat the brakes off of Dallas, man. It was so bad. Mike McCarthy still survived. This past offseason, guys, Belichick is out there. Vrabel is out there. You also had Pete Carroll out there. Jerry Jones said, nah, I'm good. We're going to ride with Mike McCarthy, and we're not going to give him a contract. This season ends, guys, and there was a few teams actually interested in Mike McCarthy. And Jerry Jones said, no, we're not going to allow you to talk to Mike McCarthy. Now, apparently Dallas had exclusive negotiation rights with Mike McCarthy that ended, I believe, was it yesterday? I don't remember. I'm not really sure. I believe it's in this ESPN article that we're going to go over. But who is going to be the next coach of the Cowboys, guys? Is it primetime Deion Sanders? We'll have to see. Look here. Mike McCarthy is not expected to return as the Dallas Cowboys head coach and is now set to become a free agent, a source told ESPN's Adam Schefter on Monday. McCarthy's contract with the Cowboys expired last Wednesday, but the team held an exclusive negotiating window with the coach until Tuesday at midnight. However, get this, guys. The sides have not had any negotiations regarding a new deal, sources told Schefter on Monday. So Dallas has this new negotiating window, and they didn't have one single conversation with Mike McCarthy about a new deal. None. But they blocked 2 teams. The Chicago Bears and New Orleans Saints are expected to be interested in speaking with him regarding their vacancies, sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter. Last week, the Bears had an official request for permission to speak with McCarthy denied by the Cowboys. That's, folks, when I was thinking that Mike McCarthy's going to be back. But now we find out Jerry Jones didn't even talk to Mike McCarthy about a new contract. Yeah. Last week, McCarthy and owner and general manager Jerry Jones and Executive Vice President Stephen Jones spoke at least 3 times. The initial discussions were about what happened in 2024, going through that normal end-of-season protocol. The other days were about the future and what could change, either in the Cowboys' approach to roster building, well, that's on Jerry Jones, McCarthy's approach to offense, and McCarthy's approach to his coaching staff. And one of the biggest problems with the Cowboys this season, guys, was the defense. The defense started off atrocious. I mean, the first game of the season, I believe they were solid, but then they went through a stretch, guys, where it was just embarrassing. In 2019, Jones allowed Jason Garrett to coach with an expiring contract. The Cowboys did not put out an announcement that Garrett would not be back until a week after the season and following the interviews the team had with McCarthy and Marvin Lewis. McCarthy was named coach of the Cowboys 10 days after the 2019 season ended. The Cowboys went 7-10 in 2024, missing the playoffs for the first time since 2020. McCarthy had posted a 49-35 regular season record with Dallas, but he is 1-3 in the playoffs. Yeah, not good. 1-3 is not acceptable. But I believe, folks, the bigger problem is Jerry Jones, man. Jerry Jones is the bigger problem. He didn't swallow his pride, man, when he could have went out there and got real coaches, real good coaches, Belichick, Pete Carroll. I think Harbaugh was out there too as well. Man, Vrabel. Jerry wanted nothing to do with them. Could he actually now go out and say enough is enough? How old is Jerry? 80, 81? I can see Deion Sanders, man, coming in. I could. I know Deion probably wants an opportunity to coach in the NFL. He played for Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones loves Deion Sanders. Remember, after the 1994 season, man, priority number 1 for the Cowboys after losing to the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game. Remember, they got down 21-0 in that game, and they lost by 10. Jerry Jones like, Deion, we need to get Deion. And that's what he did, and they won another Super Bowl. The Cowboys experienced a large number of injuries to key players, such as quarterback Dak Prescott, defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence, guard Zach Martin, cornerback Trayvon Diggs, and wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, who all ended the season on injured reserve. Pro Bowl pass rusher Michael Parsons missed 4 games, and cornerback Daron Bland missed 11. Even before the injuries, however, the Cowboys struggled on both sides of the ball, losing their first 5 home games by 118 points. Now, before this season, guys, the Cowboys were like unbeatable at home. Unbeatable, man. They rallied, winning 4 games in a 5-game stretch, but lost their final 2 games after they were eliminated from the postseason contention. In addition to McCarthy, his entire coaching staff is not under contract and have the same negotiating window closed Tuesday night at midnight. They ain't gonna be back. I mean, head coaches, guys, I mean, they bring their own guys. And whoever the new Cowboys coach is gonna bring in his own people. And we all know that. We all know that. Now, there was an exception, though, I believe, when Jason Garrett was fired. Kellen Moore was still the offensive coordinator for a season. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, man. Could this be primetime Deion Sanders' time? Could it be his time? We know that Deion Sanders can definitely coach at the collegiate level. But guys got to remember, man, Jimmy Johnson, great college coach, came to the Cowboys and made them dominant. Now, say what you want about Barry Switzer. He's a great college coach, and he did come in and he won a Super Bowl with Jimmy Johnson's guys, but he did win. Could this be the time that Deion Sanders actually comes in? We have to see, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, Let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.